All right, here we go. We're gonna try to do this. I'm try to do this quick today. Trying to do it fast. All right. This is actually week 2. So we missed week 2 because got busy, got into some stuff. Week 2, though, the Thursday night game was Washington versus my Green Bay Packers, man. And the Packers got that win. We'll talk about last week later, but they had to win 2 weeks ago. And on Thursday night, Jay Daniels had 19 for Adama, but he ended up losing. So the fire starter, we had a couple. Tex had Zach Ertz go for 12, but he also lost. Full Mooney had Tucker Kraft go for 18, but he also still lost. So the fire starters, actually a pretty good deal, was Mr. Joe Ski, who had Debo had 44 and a touchdown for 10, and Josh Jacobs for 84 and a touchdown for 14. Those were the Thursday night fire starters. Debo Samuel, my guy, and Josh Jacobs, my other guy. Yeah, right. Now the zeros, dude, week 2, only 3, just 3 zeros. We had Mark Andrews for Butarski, who is this week's biggest zero because he's back-to-back, week 1 and week 2. Denver's defense for Full Mooney, and Cortland Sutton's for Hank Rooney for all the zeros, all took a loss. Our heroes, dude, Patrick Mahomes ran for another touchdown, another tutty, and went for 22 points to be the sidekick from Malik Neighbors, as he had 167 and 2 touchdowns for 28 points to lead OG Blitz Doctor 115 to 103 over K-Dog's kids. Then Joski had, I guess, the Thursday night fire starter with Jacobs. Also had David Montgomery had, and all 3 receivers, Debo with Nico Collins and Devontae Adams, all go double digits to back up Jared Goff, who had 334 yards and 5 touchdowns for 33 points to take down Adamas Llamas 116 to 96. James Cook ran for 132 with 2 touchdowns for 25 points to lead the Sickos over Backrows Bag of Tricks 72 to 66. Christian McCaffrey was not singing shared tunes this week as he was started and went for 55 rushing, 55 receiving with a touchdown for 16 points to lead beating off over Tarski 74 to 71. Roquan Smith returned a fumble touchdown to push Baltimore defense to 15 points to go along with Trevor Lawrence's 20 points to give Carlos the 1-point win over King Rich 70 to 69. Dr. Mostabagan, MD, got double digits from his 3 wide receivers, T. Higgins, George Pickens, and Jameson Williams to go along with 26 from Lamar Jackson to get a 39-point win, 99 to 60 over Full Mooney. And then this week's Willie Beeman had 26 points and who will be revealed very soon to go along with Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had 115 yards and 3 touchdowns for 29 points to push the Mayflower to a 51-point win, 110 to 59 over Heinrich Maneuver. All right, see about that Willie Beeman. So we had some people who did have some good weeks. We had Tedro McMillan for beating golf, had 100 yards for 10 points. Javonte Williams, 97 yards rushing and a touchdown, and 33 yards receiving for 18 points for Tarski. And I don't know, I got Javonte Williams is like 4 or 5 years ago. I got a finalist. He might actually be Willie Beeman. I don't think he ever was because he got hurt pretty year. He's always been hurt. But either way, he's doing great this year. George Pickens, another guy I had to double check, but I'm just going to throw his name out there for now. 68 yards and a touchdown for 12. Then Jackson Smith in Jigba. Actually, was not a Willie Beeman last year. So there you go. But he had 103 yards receiving for 10 points. But the Willie Beeman for week 2 is none other than Drake friggin' May. The team name Mayflower, as he had 230 yards passing with 2 touchdowns. He also rushed for 31 yards and another touchdown for 26 points for the Mayflower in their win. All right, our shares. You know. In a 1-point loss, Cher is on standby, ready to go, and she had a full playlist for this one. No, she didn't. It's okay. As King Rich lost by 1 point, 69 to 70 to Carlos. At wide receiver, King Rich started Marvin Harrison, who had 2 points, and Jerry Judy had 5 points. While on the bench, Keyshawn Pooty had 16 yards and a touchdown for 7 points, and Juwan Jennings had 89 yards and a touchdown for 14 points. If he would have started them over Jerry Judy, he would have won 78 to 70. If he would have started Juwan Jennings over Harrison, he could have won 81 to 70. And then Backrows Bag of Tricks lost by 6 points, 66 to 72 to the Sickos. She started Derrick Henry, who only had 2 points, with Kenneth Walker, who had 105 yards and a touchdown and 13 yards receiving for 17 points. If she would have started Kenneth Walker over Derrick Henry, she could have won 81-72. She also started Rashad Bateman, who only had 1 point, while on the bench was Alec Ayomanor, who had 56 yards and a touchdown for 11 points. If she would have started Alec Ayomanor, she could have won 76-72. And the Danny Green, we had 2 this week. All right. The Sickos were down 14 points, 47-61 to Batgirl's Bag of Tricks going to Monday Night Football. While Batgirl did have Mike Evans, who had 5 points, the Sickos had Ladd McConkey, who scored 4, CJ Stroud, who had 14, and the Houston defense, which had 7 points to complete the comeback and win 72-66. Beating off one of Monday Night Football, down 5 points, 66-71 to Butarski, and got some kicks in as Cameron Dicker had 2 field goals and 2 PATs for 8 points to help him get the comeback, get the win, 74-71. Woo! All right. Taking a breath. That was about it. That was week 2. We're going for speed. 6 minutes. Way to be.